GFC fam, what's up? So I was running, woke up Saturday, easing into my day, checked the weather, saw it was going to get hot really quick. It was going to be like 90 way before noon. So I was like, all right, I got to run right now. But let me check the night. Went and checked the night. Night showed it was going to be hot all the way till 10 o'clock at night. I said, okay, there might be a lot of heat today. Let me go ahead and start my run. So I start my run, get my 1.5 miles in. Want to quit because the UV's high up there and the heat's there. The sun's blazing. But I finish my 2, go in, decide I'm going to work out, pull the car out of the garage, get ready to work out. Meanwhile, while this is transitioning, when I stop running, I'm trying to play a song and it's not working, and trying to play Seven, a Christian rapper. So then I play Hog Mob. I hear this Hog Mob song with this guy named Murcy. I click on him, Murcy 34, click on his link, hear a song between him and Seven. I'm like, okay, I like this. I want to hear what else he's got. So I click the album pops up, and I go to this song that I'm going to share with you right now called Wake Up. And I'm over here at the dip set in the pull-up station, and I'm like, this is it. Let me let you hear this song. I mean, from the beginning, it just, there's no, just warning, there's no like intro. He just starts going.
Yeah. Wake up. Wow. Wake up. Thank God for the day again. Devil at my soul, I ain't gon' play with him. People out here hurting, gotta pray for them. Give them all the strength, make a way for them. Yeah, I be interceding, crazy for the Lord, I be really geeking. Look,
I told you, wake up, thank the Lord for another day. That's something that I live by as well. It'll really change your life. You know, the moment you wake up, the day is fighting for noise. That noise is fighting for your attention, and it wants all of your attention. And if you can just sit there and wake up and thank God, you'll be all right. You definitely be all right. Sorry, I'm just getting this clock on because I'm trying to make sure I don't do too long of a explanation in between the song. Let's hear it start again. That was a clean start, right?
My soul, I ain't gon' play with him. Wow. Wake up, thank God for the day again. Devil at my soul, I ain't gon' play with him. People out here hurting, gotta pray for them. Give them all the strength, make a way for them. Yeah, I be interceding, crazy for the Lord, I be really geeking. Look, stomping on these demons, I be really tweaking. Yeah, I'm a new creation like I read Ephesians. Wow, they say it's word of mouth. Yeah, I gave my life to God, oh, you ain't heard about. Look, flexing on the devil, I been working out. Hella trials, I ain't gon' lie, but he gon' work it out. Yeah.
Oh, man. So you imagine I'm already working out, and he's talking about working out. He's working out his spiritual life. I'm working out this physical body, trying to keep it in shape, healthy, helps with stress, helps with anxiety, helps keep the mental health fresh as well. A lot of times as Christians, we're not thinking about that. And just listening to this, I'm only 40 seconds in, and he's already just painted a picture. So if you listen to music like me, meaning you know, a lot of people don't listen to the lyrics. I've asked people, like, what do you like about that song? And they'll be like, I just really like how it sounds. I was like, do you know they say this? And they're like, how do you know all that? Well, because I write music, so I pay attention to what everybody's saying. And maybe I just would have paid attention anyways if I didn't do music. But already there's this complex conversation happening with these lyrics. I'm going to run it back a little bit more. We're just going to hear him talk a little bit more.
Crazy for the Lord, I be really geeking. Look, stomping on these demons, I be really tweaking. Yeah, I'm a new creation like I read Ephesians. Wow, they say it's word of mouth. Yeah, I gave my life to God, oh, you ain't heard about. Look, flexing on the devil, I been working out. Hella trials, I ain't gon' lie, but he gon' work it out. Yeah, and it's gonna get hot, but it's a cold world though, and we on thin ice. He the reason I'm gonna make it to the 10 eye. Who would've knew where I would be if I ain't get shot? For real.
Right there. He looks like he gives you a little bit of his testimony. It says, who would have known where I've been if he didn't get shot? And I know because I listened to the rest of his album during the workout, and he brought up his testimony a little bit. It seems that he was shot before. And what I thought was interesting about that is that it's like he should have been dead, right? And he shouldn't have been here. And pretty much when he died for the devil, doing probably the devil's hand. And then he gets a second chance at life. And a lot of times you'll see people jump right back in the soup for the devil, like, hey, finish me off almost. And God changed his life, and he went from murder to mercy, which I could totally see, hey, here's the old life, hellbound. Now we got the mercy. He was given mercy for a second chance at life. Love the wordplay. It's a cold world. We on thin ice. it's like the wordplay on description of being cold and called, but in two different situations. I really appreciated that wordplay.
Yeah, that's my testimony. While I'm slipping, he keep pouring all these blessings on me. I'm a soldier, he keep putting all these tests on me.
Yeah.
I ain't perfect, why you people out here stressing on me? Man, can you hear me now?
That's true.
All these tests on me. I ain't perfect, why you people out here stressing on me? Man.
Hey, remember to give people some grace. It's easy to preach from a pulpit, something that you had to fight to. A lot of times when we overcome, we forget about the fight it took to overcome. And some of us ain't overcome things in our life, but have overcame what they came or never had an issue with what they had. So we think, well, it's just simple. Okay, but you ain't able to do this. You ain't able to do that. So give people some grace, man. He's right. Doesn't mean sit there and let somebody, pretty much live a lifestyle that worships the devil, and claiming the flag of Christianity. Of course, approach that. But man, people gonna fall. We're just people. That's why we all need Jesus, and this man has found Jesus.
All these blessings on me. I'm a soldier, he keep putting all these tests on me. I ain't perfect, why you people out here stressing on me? Man, can you hear me now? You gon' try to build me up or you gon' tear me down? All these things I used to do really scare me now. I'll be tempted, but don't try me, I'll tear it down. Yeah.
I like that. All these things I used to do. Here, let me play.
Really scare me now. I'll be tempted, but down. All these things I used to do really scare me now.
Look, I'm assuming he came from the streets and that street life. And if you jumped off the porch, if you're involved in street activity, just involved in some nonsense, and you get saved, you notice like, man, that's crazy. I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I risked all of that for no reason at all. It was just like you're stuck in this lie. Like you chose to believe this lie, to have these for whatever reason you weighed it out and decided to buy the lie for the perks. And once you get saved and you realize the full-fledged payment that will be due on that type of lifestyle, you can see it ain't worth it at all. I guarantee there's people that perished in that lifestyle and was like sitting there right now like, really? Forever? Like, we're never getting out of this situation? Like, my daughter asked me the other day, she's like, we're saying, okay, so what happens? And then where do you go? Like, okay, you choose a life for God. And then she's like, do those people really, and then what is hell? Well, hell is eternal separation from God. She's like, really? She's like, you can't. And I think like that too. I like the way that she thinks. She said, you can't like come to God later and like after you messed up and be like, hey, I'm sorry. And I said, Afterlife, like on earth, like no, because you kind of already made your decision that you didn't want God. And she was like, oh, jeez. Like, I mean, it's a rough sentence, but we all get to choose the sentence, right? Like if we want to roll with God, like, and we want to live a life with God, then that's what we do. If we don't want to live a life with God and we think we're going to be able to, I'm going to get personal here, but a lot of times we'll try to make it like we're good with God in the situation we're in, and we're not. We do these compromises, or we compromise God when He never agreed to the compromise. Watch out for that. That happens a lot in the streets. You go talk to somebody, be like, "Oh yeah, man, I believe in God." Like I had a cross, a 40-inch chain cross, swinging off it, was not living godly. And if I had to, check in with God right then and there, it would have been all bad. And at the time, I had these ideas that I gave myself that that's what I was looking for, the word. I justified what I was doing based upon X, Y, or Z. And, I know the truth. And especially now, if you know the truth, there's no justification. Like you could play yourself, you could play everybody around you, and you could play yourself, but you ain't going to play God.
I'll be tempted, but don't try me, I'll tear it down. Yeah. If you know, you know. Iron sharpen iron, boy, you gotta grow. Stop trying to understand what you ain't gotta know. And if it's pulling you from God, then it gotta go, for real. Cause He don't play that. We serve a jealous God, He'll take that. He'll strip you and He'll leave you where you pray at. The devil strip you, he gon' leave you where you lay at, for real.
There's a lesson right there. He's saying, hey, God will take everything from you to get you right, but the devil will leave you just strung out, and leave you where you lay at. Like how he ended up laid out over living that life and ended up getting shot in the chest. So he knows this song's only 1 minute and 36 seconds in. I'm telling you.
It's so critical. Can't take your eyes up off that cross for a minute though. Don't try to pray your way out when you win it though. Gotta make the right choices, you don't get it though. Listen.
Yeah, that was the only part of the verse that I was kind of confused about. Like, what did he say?
Gotta make the right pray your way out when you win it though.
Like, can't pray your way out when you win it though. And I get what he's saying, but you can pray your way out, and God will, because God doesn't let, and I'm sure he agrees. He's just saying, look, you can't be in it trying to pray your way out of it. You got to stop it, cut it off. And at the same time, God has had enough grace for all of us, probably even this man, he'd agree, where God doesn't let us get out. Oh, Lord, that's going to tie in. Nice. And this is something I was waiting in an idea I had to talk about, but I'll put it right here. Some of us done ask God to get us out of a situation. He done got us out of that situation, and we didn't keep our promise. God, and some people gonna get mad about that. Like, well, there's no well. You like, God, if you get me out of this, hey, nope, done, not gonna do it. I'm going, hey, it's me and you. I'm gonna serve you. I'm gonna serve you with X, Y, and Z. God gets you out of it, and you don't uphold nothing. And meanwhile, you could have just asked God to get you out of it, or, hey, God, I'm gonna stop messing with this. Just get me out of it. But you made some promises on top of that, and you got to honor those promises. You got to honor the oaths that you make to the Lord. And that's part of why I'm doing this channel. I'm speaking from experience. I done been in some situations where I'm like, God, you get me out of it. I'm a want. And hey, God didn't ask me to do that. He said, I got you. And then when he got me, he's like, okay, cool. Like, we're good now. That, and what were you doing? And now you're back out there doing something else because you have a short attention span. If God gets you out of something, and you made a commitment to the Lord, you gotta stand on business and keep that commitment. That's part of this channel is keeping that commitment to the Lord, preaching the gospel, or doing things that just is a little bit different, that showing you how to live a Christian life in this day and age. So yeah.
Gotta make the right choices, you don't get it though. Up off that cross for a minute though. Don't try to pray your way out when you win it though. Gotta make the right choices, you don't get it though. Listen, and it's gonna take time. I've been working on my peace, you can't take mine. I'm up next, I've been hearing through the grapevine. Pushing hard for the Lord like the main line. Yeah, and I ain't judging nothing. Look, keep my hands clean, I ain't touching nothing. Big dog, baby, I don't run from nothing. And yeah, I got it on me, I ain't tucking nothing. Yeah, and I hate fake. I be rapping and be singing, but I ain't Drake. I be struggling, but
I be rapping and I'm singing, but I ain't Drake. Look, bro, we just 2 minutes in. This song's already going hard. He's made a lot of. He drew his line in the sand. He definitely, he's for the gospel or nothing, and you can tell right here. Stop trying to make excuses that Christian rap ain't coming with it anymore, because Christian rap is coming with it. It's stepping on the enemy. It's Christ up, demons down. Christian rap's doing his thing.
Besides my faith. If you ain't gave your life to God, you ain't safe. For real. I hope you really heard me. Time to grow, so I had to change my name to Murcy. Cause that's the opposite of murder. Devil try to murk me, but my father saved my life and he forever worthy. Whoa, I can't tell a lie. Gotta say.
You can see right there, he's bringing up his testimony again. Hey, God saved me. I know who saved me. I know who tried to put me here and take him out eternally. And he knows where he came that close. Right there, the veil got real thin. Eternity in this physical realm. I wonder if I'm sure there's probably some interviews about this. This conversation, this song right here goes hard. There's a lot to unpack if you like lyrics, and it goes at the same time. It's not like back in the day where it's overcomplicated and you can't even enjoy yourself. You could sit here and get your reps in, and the beat is feeding. There's two ways to feed the mind. There's like have a good time, like you could get it in, and there's a good message behind it, which he brings. And then at the same time, you're going to get that substance. But the substance is presented in a way where you can still have a good time. Sometimes the substance, so you got to sit there and listen to it because it's so overcomplicated. But it's just the right doses. He's cooking. When people say he's cooking, let him cook. Because he's cooking, he's putting all the spices, everything there, the production's there. I'm telling you, if I'm the only one, that's fine. But I usually know a good song when I hear one. I've listened to music for a long time. This guy ain't talking about nothing crazy. You could hate it or love it, but he's just talking about serving the Lord.
I don't miss the days, I was hella high. Off the weed in the white, Kevin Federline. Devil tugging at my spirit, he ain't getting mine. Nope, I ain't gon' let it happen. You going through it, we can pray. Boy, let's get it brackin'. Tryna make it through the day, we can get it crackin'. Stop worrying about what people say, it ain't about the fashion. Yeah, get your get back. Took me out them pits, my father did that. It's time to bust a move, I can't sit back. Jesus break me off a piece of that Kit Kat. For real, cause I really need it. Keep my face inside that word, yeah, I really read it. Even if your flesh is hungry, you ain't gotta feed it. Stay rebuking all them demons, devil gotta beat it. For real.
Now he's giving you blueprints. So, the streets will give you blueprints all the time when you're listening to, people that are on demon time. They'll give you the blueprints to the streets. He's giving you the blueprints to eternal life with this rugged beat. Let's run that back a little bit.
Cause I really need it. Keep my face inside that word, yeah, I really read it. Even if your flesh is hungry, you ain't gotta feed it. Stay rebuking all them demons, devil gotta beat it. For real. What you waiting on? I know it's hard, but it's peasy, just keep staying strong. Get on your knees and talk to God when you hanging on. Pushing hard for the kingdom, who you hating on? Whoa. I ain't knocking nothing. Do your thing, baby, I ain't blocking nothing. I know the world crazy, I don't rock for nothing. I don't be making all these songs about God for nothing. You hear me? I really live this. All my life, I've been feeling like a misfit. I'm really trying to tell you something, so don't skip this. And never leave you nor forsake you, hope you get this. I don't be making all these songs about God for nothing. You hear me? I really live this. All my life, I've been feeling like a misfit. I'm really trying to...
Yeah. Hey, a lot of people that end up going to the streets stuff feel like a misfit. And it's cool because you God's misfit when you figure it out. If you're different, if you're not like everybody else, you don't fit that you know, that shape that they want you to fit. It's okay. Like, I just want to tell somebody out there, like, it's okay that you're not like everybody else. It is okay. Like, that's why a lot of times people won't rock with society or even a church because they feel so different. It's okay to be different. You know, different in the Lord, doing what the Lord needs you to do. You might have a unique personality. You might be a little antisocial, or you might talk a little bit different. You might think a little bit different, but that's okay, man. Keep your eyes on the Lord. And if you ain't got to be a misfit of the streets, because you get around all these other misfits, y'all have these things in common, these quirks, and man, get you around some real brothers or sisters in Christ, and you'll find people that are unique in the Lord. I really like that he brought that up. He's touching on a lot of different things. Open book.
I tell you something, so don't skip this. And never leave you nor forsake. I'm really trying to tell you something, so don't skip this. And never leave you nor forsake you, hope you get this. Yeah. Gotta change your ways.
Yeah.
And if you in the field, you gotta change your plays. Wish I could tell you it was easy, but that ain't the case. But it's worth it, I can't lie, and that's safe to say. Mercy.
Nice. Hey. He has something to say even after the beat. Fam, Murder to Murcy. This guy's name is Murcy 34's. I just wanted to check this out with you guys, go through it. If you're still around, it's a half hour later. We're just watching a 4-minute video. So God bless y'all. Thanks.